You can bank on it. You can put 100 grand on it. Anything I said.
If you're looking for evidence that the law of attraction really works, this video is for you. If you're new here, my name is Rama. Welcome to my channel. Hit the subscribe button so that we can be friends. Okay, for the sake of those who do not know what the law of attraction is, the law of attraction is simply the idea that if you put out positive thoughts and positive energy, it can attract positive experiences into your life. For me, I first heard of the law of attraction through my brother, and later on in life, when I cultivated the habit of reading, I read this book, The Secret, which really transformed my life drastically. And also later on, I saw that there was a documentary on Netflix on The Secret. I'm going to talk about how the law of attraction has changed my life in 3 areas: in terms of education, in terms of lifestyle, and in terms of my partner. Whether you are a spiritual person or a religious person, the essence is the same. Ask and have faith and you shall receive. Take it from a little girl from a small town called Tamale in Ghana, somewhere in Africa. When I was a teen, I used to watch these series like Gossip Girl, 90210, whereby every kid wanted to go to MIT and Yale and all of these top schools. Anytime I watch these series, I dreamt of going to these schools too, but it seems so impossible, Charlie. The thing seems so far-fetched for a naive little girl who had never left her village or town. Even I hadn't been to the capital city of my own country, how much more MIT and Yale? Anytime I imagined myself living this dream, I felt this kind of sensation, like some sort of excitement, as if it had already happened. I used to daydream a lot. Sometimes I have to knock myself out and be like, Charlie, you did Tamale, wake up. If there's any flaw that I'm not ashamed to admit to, is being delusional, because being delusional will take you really far. Fast forward 15 or so years later, guess what? Your girl lived her dream by going to MIT and Yale and other top Ivy League schools. See, the fact that I was there alone was enough for me. Even if it was for an excursion, you people should come and let's show you the schools, and it was enough for me. I am grateful. But God is extra. God had to sprinkle some extraness, is that even a word, on it by making me go there to study a course. You know, girl, I don't know what it is. Call it magic, call it whatever you want, but the law of attraction really works. It works. Time is the only thing you cannot control when it comes to the law of attraction, because you never know when it's going to happen. It could take a year, it could take 5 years, it could take 10 years. So the catch is you have to implement it like a lifestyle. You know, pray about it, have faith, put out the energy, and put in the work, and just believe that it is going to happen. You know, you have to pray that everything depends on God and take action like everything depends on you. And trust me, you are going to be blown away. One advice I'll give is you don't have to be lazy. You can't just dream, fold your arms, and expect that everything will fall into your laps. No, it doesn't work that way. And trust me, the journey might be tough, yeah, but there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Same way I applied the law of attraction into my dating life. All the qualities that I wanted in a partner, I had them listed down, and in this list I had grouped them into 2 categories: negotiables and non-negotiables. It sounds funny, but trust me, it's very practical. Let me tell you, in order not to go off topic, I'll tell you why in a different video. That is if you are interested, so that we can just stick to this topic. So there were times that I felt like, look, these standards that I have written, it looks like I'm being delusional again, you know, because it was so difficult to find someone with the right vibe and the right connection. And you know, so there were times that I told myself that, look, I'm just going to settle with anyone because
the standard probably is not realistic.
Actually, I did try to settle with people that did not match the list I had made. You know, because you need to look within you before you make this list. So as I was forcing myself to settle with people that were not in line with the list, the vibe was just off, and it felt like everything was out of place. Like the connection wasn't there, and it just wasn't working out. And sometimes these people themselves will tell you that
it's like I don't know,
you, or they'll give you breakfast, they'll serve you. Trust me, it just didn't feel right. If there's anything you cannot force, it's a connection and a ponytail. So I had to advise myself. In most cases, I had to advise myself, or they had to advise. Either ways, breakfast will be served. Breakfast is broken hearts. You know how sometimes you can do all the right things, give your 100% to a relationship or to someone, but it just didn't work out? Yeah, that's the universe trying to deliver you to the right address. This is a typical example of you can be the complete package, the right package, but if you are delivered to the wrong address, the person wouldn't know what to do with you. Anyways, the first time I met my husband, we were only friends then, but I actually knew he was the one because I was feeling the guy, but I was just trying to play it cool. We had lunch and then we spent the whole day talking about the law of attraction and our dreams. It finally felt so good to connect with someone who just gets you, like the vibe, the connection, the beliefs, like our ambitions, like everything was just flowing effortlessly. Like we just clicked effortlessly. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, sometimes you just meet someone and you feel like you have met someone in your past life or in another life. I cannot explain it, but yeah. So he actually showed me a better way to manifest my dreams by writing them down. So that's a story for another day. Let me know if you want to hear it. That is how I developed the habit of writing my goals down. Now, being someone who loves to write, you find pens and books lying around me all the time because I would love to write my goals down. Writing is a form of a spell. You know, as you are writing your goals down, you're actually spelling them out how you want them to manifest, which later helps in them manifesting fast. This habit is a gold mine. So I have these books that I carefully buy. I buy books that looks nice and dreamy, so I can write my goals in them. This one says, don't forget your daydream. So in this book, I have about 60 something goals. I watched a video where Steve Harvey was talking about the same thing, and then it just made me intensify the number of goals that I want to write, and I'm very delusional about it. There was a time where someone saw one of my writings. I had written about the fact that I want to travel, and I went into details, and then the person laughed at me. Like, truth be told, it made me feel some type of way, but now that I sit back and look at it, it was actually laughable because that time I didn't have a passport. So me now, I know say what I was writing, it was rubbish, but I had faith. I had faith. But today I've had the opportunity to visit some of the places that I had written in that book that my friend was laughing at. You see, that's the thing about dreams and goals. You have to keep it between yourself and God and believe that good things are going to happen to you all the days of your life. It was laughable and hopeless at that time because I didn't even have a passport. But as you can see, God did. Another thing that I attracted into my life was my apartment at West Legon and my business girl hub. When it comes to the apartment, I always saw myself living in a fancy neighborhood with a pretty apartment. I don't come from a rich family. We have enough to eat and drink and do charity and everything else, but I always dreamt bigger. One way or the other, I ended up having a very nice apartment that I loved so much in Ghana at Westland. Westland is a very nice neighborhood. And then when it comes to the business as well, you know, I had written my goals down, and in that goals, I wrote how much I want to make in a year. But then I was actively looking for a 9-to-5, but I couldn't find any. Look, there was times that my mom had to go see big people in positions that could help me get a job, but it just wasn't working out, you know. But that was the universe pushing me to start my own business, because the amount I had written down, it doesn't go with 9-to-5, and 9-to-5 will not give me that amount of money at the end of the year. You understand? It's only starting a business that will give you that kind of money, because you put in the work and you determine how much you want to take home at the end of the month and at the end of the year. I don't know if I'm making sense, but yeah, it's a lot of hard work, but If you dream big, you have to be ready to work hard as well, because the business will not run itself. The goals will not achieve themselves. Somebody has to do something, and that person is you. When I realized this, I kept bugging everyone around me to do the same, especially my sister. I know she's watching this video. Hi, sister. Yeah, because I cannot keep this to myself. I have to let my friends in on the secrets. I have to let the people around me in on the secrets. You know, you don't have to gatekeep something that you know can change people's life. I believe in energy and that we have the power to transform it. Therefore, I'm a vigil watcher of things and occurrences that is happening to me and around me. You know, you have to pay attention. Sometimes the universe is trying to give you a sign or send you a sign about, especially when you are trying to manifest. You need to pay attention to your surroundings. In a nutshell, the law of attraction and prayers is the same thing. You pray, you have faith, and you expect that God will answer your prayers and grant you beautiful things, right? The saying, all that is expected will be true. It's like you having faith and expecting beautiful things from God. It's said in the Quran that Allah gives us what we think He will give us, because He loves it when we think beautifully and expect good things from Him. You know, so everything is here. Everything is your mindset. Everything is what you are expecting from your maker. I'm going to end this video here, but I want to leave you with 3 quotes. You are your thoughts. Treat others how you want to be treated. Whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, either ways, you are right. So choose carefully. It is not magic, it is attraction and action. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video. Subscribe! If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for?